here we are with our 4 students for part 1 speaking session. They all are going to answer the question which are expected in September 2022. So let's start the session with Divanshu, Sarabpreet, Riddhi and Muskan. So let's start with Riddhi. Have you visited any old building in your city?
Of course, I'm fond of visiting a different kind of building. Recently, I visited a building and its name is Mirror Palace.
Do you think we should keep old buildings in cities?
Of course, as it helps in reflecting the culture and the tradition of the past, so it should be maintained and kept by the government.
Would you prefer to live in an old building or a modern house?
I am very fond of living in a modern house because it helps me in living a comfortable and luxurious life.
Alright, Sarabpreet, let's talk about advertisements. What kinds of advertisements do you like and dislike?
I often like to watch advertisements which raise social awareness about the current issues, and I often like to watch them.
And what about the advertisements you dislike?
I dislike the advertisement which spread blatant information and lies about the advertising products.
Okay, do you share advertisements with others?
Yes, the advertisements which I found amusing, I share them with my friends.
Do you want to work in advertising industry in the future?
No, I don't see myself working with an advertisement company in future.
Why?
Because I am not very good at sharing my thoughts in front of a lot of people.
Alright. Do you often read books?
Yes, I'm very fond of reading books. Recently, I completed with the cell history.
Are your reading habits different as compared to earlier?
Yes, earlier I like to read comics. Now I want to know more about cell, so I read the cell history books.
Have you ever read a novel that has been adapted into a film?
Yes, I read Harry Potter, which has been adapted into a film.
Okay, which do you prefer, reading books or watching movies?
I prefer reading books as it is not so much time consuming. We can easily read 2 to 3 pages daily.
Okay, Divanshu, let's talk about collection. Do you collect anything?
Yes, I have lot of collections. As in my past, I collect many toys and comics.
Are there any things you keep from your childhood?
Yes, it's a toy which is gifted by my uncle on my 5th birthday.
Where do you usually keep things you collect?
I collect all my past things in Almira.
Okay, let's talk about sitting, Riddhi. Where is your favorite place to sit?
I like to sit in the prayer room of my house as I feel comfortable there because it is the convenient place for me to get the mental peace.
Do you always sit down for a long time?
Yes, being a student, I have to sit for many hours for completing my academic task.
Do you feel sleepy after you sit down for a while?
Well, it is not true. I am an energetic person, so I do not feel sleepy whenever I have to sit for long hours.
Alright, Sarabpreet, do you like morning or evening?
I like mornings as I wake up early and go for park for.
Okay, what do you usually do in the morning?
I usually wake up early, and after that I wash my face and go for park for a jog.
And what do you usually do in the evening?
I usually read books and play video games to relax.
Okay, are there any differences between what you do in the evening now and what you did in the past?
Yes, there are many differences I have noticed. As in the past, I used to do my school homework which I received, and nowadays I like to watch movies and relax.
Alright, Muskan, do you often feel bored?
No, I don't oftenly feel bored as I have a huge work to complete with.
What kinds of things would make you feel bored?
Uh, as I can't sit idle for a while, this is a major thing which makes me bored.
What would you do if you feel bored?
Whenever I feel bored, I start writing the English poetries.
Alright, Divanshu, where do you usually meet your friends?
I usually meet my friends on the restaurants and the place where we can spend a lot of time.
In the restaurants, not on them. Do you think particular places are suitable for meeting others?
Yes, I think that particular places are suitable for meeting others. As like if one have to meet a formal person, then they can meet on a restaurant on a peace place. While if we are going to meet our friends, we can meet on a party place.
Have the meeting places changed now as compared to past?
Yes, as earlier days, older people are like to meet with one another at the home, but nowadays they usually like to book a palace or a restaurant to meet someone.
Okay, Riddhi. Do you have a talent or something you're good at?
Of course, I have a talent. I am good in singing songs.
Do you think your talent can be helpful for your future work?
Of course, as in future, I think I will become a good singer by polishing my singing skills.
Do you think people in your family have the same talent?
Well, talents vary from person to person. As my mother is good in cooking the things, so I cannot say that every person in the family have the same talent.
All right. Sarab, let's talk about watches. Do you wear a watch?
Yes, I wear a watch daily because it helps me in keeping track of my time.
Have you ever got a watch as a gift?
Yes, I have certainly received a watch recently from a friend who was about to leave for Canada.
Why do some people wear expensive watches?
Uh, I think they wear expensive watches just to show off their money and their wealth. It is
Why you think so?
uh, because they possess a lot of money. They try to show their money by wearing expensive watches.
Okay, Muskan, let's talk about computers. In what situations would you use a computer?
Recently, I have to fill my course for the college. I used my computer.
Okay, it was in what situations? When you have to type something, when you have to send an email, okay? When was the first time you used a computer?
The first time when I used computer was in my grade 5 when my teacher taught me how to use the application named painting.
What will your life be like without computers?
In today's era, it is very difficult to imagine life without computers. Computer too play a major role in my life. I can't live without a second. Uh,
Okay, Divanshu, let's talk about cinema. Did you often go to cinema when you were a child?
Yes, sometime I went to cinema when I was child. Whenever my father have some good occasions, then on that time we go to cinema.
We used to go to cinema. Do you often go to cinema with your friends now?
No, as I am a student, I have to do my academic tasks, so I don't really like to go to cinema any in free time.
All right, Riddhi, let's talk about street markets. What do street markets sell?
In my hometown, usually various kind of things are sold in the street market, such as vegetable, fruits, and other things which are used by the women for the domestic activities.
Do you prefer to go shopping in the shopping mall or the street market?
Well, I like to buy the things from the super mall. Being a student, I do not have enough time to visit the different kind of shops, so I like to buy all the things under one roof.
When was the last time you went to a street market?
As I said earlier, I rarely visit the street market, but honestly speaking, when I was failed to get the things from the supermarket, at that time last Sunday I went to the street market.
Are there many street markets in your country?
Yes, there are various kind of street markets in my country where people of different income group like to visit and buy the things for fulfilling their needs.
All right, sir. Let's talk about memory. Are you good at memorizing things?
Yes, I am very good at memorizing things, and I have noticed that I learn things very quickly just by looking at them.
Have you ever forgotten something important?
Yes, I recall a time when I forgot my keys at a university campus when I went to meet my friend there.
Why do some people have good memory and others don't?
Sadly, it is true that people are not born with same capabilities of remembering things, and they may start beginning to forget things later in their lives.
Why do more people rely on cell phones to remember things?
As I mentioned before, people are not very good at remembering things, so they set a reminder at their phone to remind them about the coming task.
All right, Muskan, let's talk about street food. Do you like to try street food?
yes, I'm very fond of street food.
What kind of street food do you like?
I like to eat pizzas, burgers, as I'm very fond of it.
Why you like?
As I told earlier, that I'm very fond of it.
Do you like to buy street food when traveling to a new place?
Yes, of course, I like to purchase the street food while traveling to a new place, as I want to taste the street food of everywhere.
You need not to repeat the whole question, okay? That will be easy for you. Okay, Divanshu, let's talk about your mobile phone. First mobile phone. Do you remember your first mobile phone?
Yes, I remember my first mobile phone was Oppo A12, which is gifted by my father on my 10th birthday.
Do you often use your mobile phone for texting or making phone calls?
I often make a phone call whenever I need to call somebody, as
You can say it is more convenient rather than texting and waiting. You have to complete it, okay? How has your mobile phone changed your life?
as earlier I have to do a lot of work on copies, but now I can record my notes on mobile phone, so it makes my lot of work easier.
Will you buy a new mobile phone in the future?
Yes, I am thinking that I have to buy a new mobile phone in my future, because that in new mobile phones there are so many enhance of technology with enhanced technology. So that's why I want to buy a new mobile phone.
Try to speak more clearly. Okay? Alright, Riddhi. What will you do if you find something lost by others?
In this situation, I would like to ask the people for the real owner. If I fail to do so at that time, I will give that thing to the bagger.
Have you ever lost anything?
Well, no, I have a sharp memory by God grace, so I have never faced such kind of experience in my life.
Will you post on social media if you lose your items?
As I said earlier, well, I have never got such kind of experience in my life, so I have never done this kind of thing in my life.
Alright, let's talk about planning. Do you make plans every day?
Yes, I often like to plan my things according to a timetable.
Do you think it's helpful to plan your time?
Yes, I think it is helpful to plan your time, because, as I mentioned earlier, it may save you time.
Do you like being busy?
Yes, I often like to. Yes, I like being busy because it keeps me distracted from uh, other things like problems.
Because it keeps me going. Alright, Muskan, let's talk about websites. What kind of websites do you usually use?
I usually prefer the shopping websites such as Amazon, Flipkart.
What is your favorite website and why?
I usually buy my clothing from Flipkart, so it is one of my favorite websites.
Are there any changes to the websites you usually use?
Yes, earlier the rate was too high on it. Now the rate has reduced.
We are talking about the website presentation, not about the content. What kinds of websites are popular in your country?
In my country, youth usually like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and for the shopping, mostly people prefer Flipkart and Amazon.
Okay, let's talk about sports programs on TV. Do you like watching sports program on TV?
Yes, as I am a sports freak person, I like to watch sports program on TV.
Do you watch live sports games?
Yes, I watch live sport games. Recently, I go to Shimla and watch a cricket match there.
Who do you like to watch sports with?
I like to watch the sports with my friends, as my family is not having an interest in sports. So I usually watch the sports with my friends.
What kinds of games do you expect to watch in the future?
I like to watch football and cricket in future, because I like to play them also.
Alright. Okay, Riddhi, let's talk about art. Do you like art?
Of course, I'm very good in art. In fact, I'm very fond of drawing different kind of sketches.
Did you learn drawing when you were a kid?
Of course, when I was in school at that time, my drawing teacher taught me how to draw the different kind of sketches.
Have you ever visited an art gallery?
Of course, as I am a fond of art, so I have visited many art galleries in my life. Recently, I visited the Viraste Khalsa.
Is there any artwork on the wall in your room?
Well, my father believes in simplicity, so there is no such kind of work in my house.
All right, sir. Let's talk about emails. Do you send emails often?
Yes, I often send emails to my friends.
Is sending emails widespread in your country?
I think yes, sending emails is widespread in my country because people often send the usual uh, important PDFs to their friends.
Okay, do you think sending emails will be more or less popular in the future?
I think sending emails will be less popular in the future because people nowadays usually send files on other platforms like WhatsApp.
All right, Muskan, let's talk about photography. Do you like to take photographs?
Yes, I like to take photographs. I usually take photographs whenever I get ready.
Do you ever take photos of yourself?
Yes, as I told earlier that I always take photograph of myself whenever I get ready.
What is your favorite family photo and why?
My favorite family photo is of my recent birthday, which I got clicked by a professional cameraman.
Do you want to improve your picture taking skills?
Yes, of course, I want to undergo the training of the photography so that I can improve my photography skills.
All right, Divanshu, let's talk about dreams. Do you often remember your dreams?
No, I don't remember my dreams as it also that is also that only 20% of dream is going to be remembered by a person.
Are you interested in others' dreams?
No, I don't have interest in others' dream to listen and
Why so?
because I don't have so much time to listen their dream.
Okay, Muskan, let's talk about mirrors. Do you like looking at yourself in the mirror?
Yes, I oftenly look myself in the mirror before after getting ready in the morning. I look myself in the mirror.
Have you ever bought a mirror?
Yes, on last Sunday I bought a new mirror for my room.
Do you usually take a mirror with you?
No, I don't carry mirror with me as I have my own mobile phone. I can easily use camera.
Would you use mirrors to decorate your room?
Definitely, if my father allow me to decorate my room with a mirror, I would like to.
All right, Riddhi, let's talk about handwriting. Do you like your handwriting?
Of course, I am very fond of writing things. Even I have recently received a title of a calligraphist.
Do you think handwriting is important?
Of course, I think it is must in the contemporary era because if people write things manually, they can easily polish their writing skills. In fact, it helps in improving their spelling errors as well.
Which do you prefer, handwriting or typing?
I'm in the favor of handwriting because by doing mental exercise, by handwriting the things, people can retain the things and grasp the things easily for the long term.
What is the difference between handwriting and typing?
In handwriting, people usually do a lot of manual efforts. However, in typing, they just have to focus on the movement of the fingers.
All right, let's talk about headphones. Do you use headphones?
Yes, I use headphones regularly.
What type of headphones do you use?
I use wireless headphones because they are more convenient as compared to the wire earphones.
When would you use headphones?
I usually wear earphones while watching movies or listening songs.
In what conditions you won't use headphones?
In conditions such as whenever elder are talking, I avoid using earphones.
All right, Riddhi. Are parks important for a city?
Of course, as parks help in maintaining the beauty of a city, so it should be must in the city.
Are there many public parks or gardens in your city?
Of course, there are many parks and gardens in my city where people of my hometown like to spend their evening with their dear ones.
What do you like to do when visiting a park?
As I'm a health conscious person, whenever I visit the park, I like to do brisk walking. Apart from this, I like to use the fitness tools which are installed there by the local government.
Would you prefer to play in a personal garden or public garden?
I like to play in the public garden because at that time I get a chance to play with the other age mates.
All right, Muskan, let's talk about colors. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is black and blue.
Why?
As black is a color which doesn't get changed while getting mixing with any of the other colors.
Do you prefer bright colors or dark colors?
I prefer bright colors it as it helps us to look more beautiful and it even suits on me.
Are there any colors that you dislike?
Yes, I dislike pink color the most. As I had an incident as I was wearing a pink suit and I lost my grandfather.
Okay, so you consider it not lucky for you.
Yes.
Are colors important to you?
Yes, colors plays a significant role in my life. They are important for me.
Okay, Riddhi, let's talk about shoes. How frequently do you buy shoes?
Being a student, I do not get much time to buy these shoes, but once in a year, I like to buy the new pair of shoes.
Where do you usually buy shoes?
I'm very fond of buying things from the super mall as there are many branded showrooms from where I would like to buy the shoes.
What is your favorite type of shoes?
I feel comfortable in the sports shoes because it is a good pair of shoes which help me in the brisk walk.
Why do some people have too many shoes?
Some people are fond of wearing the different pair of shoes as they like to use the different shoes for the different purposes. Some of them are fond of wearing the shoes according to the occasion. Therefore, they have a huge collection of shoes.
Have you ever bought shoes online?
Well, I do not like to buy things online because once I bought it and I had a bad experience, from that day I never do it again.
Okay, let's talk about wallet. Do you use a wallet?
Yes, I use a wallet daily.
Okay. Have you ever lost your wallet?
Yes, I recall an event where I lost my wallet, and it was a university campus.
Do most of your friends use a wallet?
No, most of my friends don't use wallets, and they usually carry money in their pockets and in the back case of their phone.
Have you ever sent a wallet to someone as a gift?
Yes, I have sent a wallet to someone as their birthday gift once.
Okay, Muskan, let's talk about flowers. What kind of flowers do you know?
I very well know about rose, lotus, and lotus is our national flower too.
Have you planted any flower?
Yes, I'm very fond of gardening. I have a huge collection of flower pots in the balcony of my room.
Are there any flowers that have special meaning in your culture?
Uh, in my culture, yes, lotus have the special meaning in my culture. Belonging to Hinduism, lotus is the seat of goddess Lakshmi.
Okay, Divanshu, let's talk about relatives. Do you often visit your relatives?
Yes, I often visit my relatives whenever I have vacations from my studies.
What do you do when you visit them?
I usually have a lot of conversation with them whenever I meet with them.
Meet them, not meet with. Do you prefer to spend time with your relatives or friends?
I like to spend more time with my friends as I don't like to spend much time with my relatives.
Why?
As I feel more comfortable with my friends, so I like to spend time.
Alright. Okay, Riddhi, let's talk about barbecue. Do people like barbecues in your country?
Well, it depends on the people's choice. They like to visit a different kind of food courts. Only some of them like to visit as it is expensive in nature.
What kind of food do you like to eat for a barbecue?
Honestly speaking, I have visited the barbecue once in my life, so I like the barbecue pineapple there a lot.
Would you like to have a barbecue with your friends or family?
In future, if I would get a chance, I would like to visit there with my friends so that I can spend quality time with you.
Did you have a barbecue when you were a child?
I'm a person who have born and brought up in a village, so in my village, such kind of facilities were not available, so I haven't visited there.
Okay, let's talk about city and countryside. Do you live in a city or the countryside?
I currently reside in a city.
Is it good for young people to grow up in the city?
I don't consider growing up in a city as healthy because there is a lot of pollution in cities as compared to the rural areas.
Is your city or village good place for young people to grow up?
Yes, I consider my city as good place to grow up for young children because there are a lot of facilities available and education present here is also very good.
Okay. Have you ever been to the seaside?
No, I have never been to a seaside in ever my life
Why?
because I couldn't get any chance in past.
Alright, this is the end of this session. I would like to give you your feedback. Riddhi, you were very good. Keep it up. Sarapreet, you were a little bit confused, but otherwise it was very good. Divanshu, you were very nervous, you were eating your words, you were confused, so try to overcome it. You were very good, but you were also nervous. So be a little bit more confident, okay? Thank you everyone for watching this video.